Well, we now come to the third of our films celebrating our Pride of Britain nominees, individuals from the East Midlands who go above and beyond for others, raising money for charities and supporting their local communities.
Tonight, we meet Sarah Lomas from West Bridgford in Nottinghamshire who, despite living with the daily pain of a rare condition called Cushing's disease, is constantly challenging herself to half marathons, hikes and even an abseil to raise vital funds and awareness. Sarah says she hopes to show others that even with a debilitating condition, nothing is impossible. Rosie Dowsing reports.
Step by step, Sarah Lomas is on her way to recovery. Every small movement is painful, but despite living with a rare condition called Cushing's disease, fitness instructor Sarah is training for her next half marathon.
I have terrible fatigue and memory loss. I struggle concentrating and I'm in a lot of pain on a day-to-day basis. You know, I used to be a runner, I used to do a lot of running, and I can't do that anymore. I can't compete how I used to, but just to be at the start line with everybody else, it's a moving thing to be there.
Caused by a tumour in the pituitary gland, which sits on the underside of the brain, Cushing's disease is so rare that many medics have not come across it in their lifetime. For Sarah, this meant fearing she may not even make it through treatment.
There was a point where I thought maybe I'd be a bit of a goner. I wasn't going to make that. And so I decided, rather than complain about it, I'd do something about it.
And so Sarah abseiled off the hospital roof to raise money for staff to be trained specifically on conditions like hers. And her fundraising efforts didn't stop there. She's since taken on many challenges to fundraise for the Pituitary Foundation, a charity that helped her understand her condition.
I've done a 10k and a half marathon, and I climbed up to the top of Mount Snowdon and also did a marathon.
Those challenges, for most, are physically demanding. For Sarah, they all seemed nearly impossible.
I cried before I'd even gone over the start line because I didn't think I could do it, and then I pushed myself and I tried, and the strength that I had to do that came from everyone else supporting me and knowing that I was raising money for such a good cause. I just knew then that Cushing's disease had beaten me for so long, stopping me doing so much, and at that point was a turning point in my own life where I realised, like, I've got this, you know, you're not going to win, I am.
That turning point has now led to Sarah becoming an ambassador for the Pituitary Foundation, a small charity which relies on fundraisers like her.
We're really feeling the effects of the cost of living crisis at the moment. We're seeing donations plummet and we've been struggling. So as such, the lengths that Sarah's gone to with her fundraising have been phenomenal.
Sarah's had to take a sabbatical from working as a fitness instructor and running fitness classes for children, but she's feeling positive about her next half marathon and feels hopeful for the future.
Cushing's disease, it's a very cruel disease, and when you know that you've achieved something that perhaps you thought was impossible, then afterwards it almost feels like nothing is impossible. You know, people to say that I've inspired them is just, it's everything that I hoped to do with the fundraising, and I hope to go on and hopefully inspire more people in the future.
Sarah says the pain she'll be overcoming while running the Robin Hood Half Marathon this month will be worth it if she can raise more vital funds for research and awareness around the disease that's changed her life. Rosie Dowsing, ITV News.
Well, we'll meet our final nominee tomorrow and the winner will be announced on Friday.